Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Indy, and today we're going to be reviewing Hood Sherwood Builders.
It's good for you, as long as you have water instead of wine, good friar.
Step into the shoes of Robin Hood, of the already established shoes. This isn't an origin story. You pick up after the events with Little John, Friar Tuck, and Maid Marian. You're still waging war on the Sheriff of Nottingham, but instead of spending all your time battling his henchmen and robbing his gold, you're instead building a village, a community of loyal followers. I think the game could have honestly been called Robin Hood Sherwood Village Manager or something of that sort. You are building, but it's more of like prefab buildings, such as tree houses, a kitchen, furnace, gardens, and so on. There's actually quite a bit to build or install, as you would say it. But before you can start, though, you'll need to go out into the forest and gather some resources. Like wood and stone and all that stuff. The trusty Friar Tuck, he will help you with some quests that will get you started and get you introduced to the game. Tuck will tell you about your village, which is essentially your home base where you can sleep and save the game. You have your own personal storage in your home, but you'll need to put your crafting resources that you gather in what I like to call the community bin. Anytime you want to build or craft at one of your benches, it will pull it from there. You can also create stuff at your benches and everything and send it directly to your community storage. You can also upgrade the storage bin, but it's going to cost you some coin. Don't fret though, because your village comes with a trader and he'll buy goods from you. My advice, don't waste your coin starting off. Don't spend that coin, because you're going to need it in order to grow your village. Your hideaway is full of trees that you can cut down with a click of a button in the little menu. The building menu is not the best, and it takes a little bit to get used to, but other than that, it's pretty cool. You can't place the tree houses anywhere but the big tall trees that you have. You'll see them whenever you highlight them. Your benches, they can be placed wherever you have cleared land and in any order that you want. One thing I really dig is that you can decorate your village as well, with flower pots, stone walkways, fences, posts, or just a few decorations, just a few different decorations that you can place down wherever you want around your village. And that's pretty much the core that I like to think of as this game. You build, you upgrade your benches so you can have better armor, weapons, food, and you can task your villagers to keep this all running. It'll take you a bit to get to that point, but when you do, it'll give you a tad bit more freedom to run around. While building out your village and upgrading it is great, there's also a very large map to discover outside of your village. I mean, seriously, it took me probably 6 hours before I finally ventured out of the beginning area. There are 4 zones that are basically towns that you can venture to, and you'll need to do tasks for villagers or defeat enemy camps to gain reputation in each area. You can also complete world events such as robbing the king's transports or stopping a villager from being executed. There is a lot to keep you busy when you're out venturing in the forest. You'll be doing world events, hunting deer, fighting bandits and other enemies, and then you'll run across these puzzles. Now, the puzzles, they have some pretty decent rewards if you can solve them. Some are fairly simple. Match symbols up and unlock a door. Others will be more difficult, like using mirrors to create a light beam from mirror to mirror that will ultimately hit a target and open a door. There are more advanced ones, like the one that reminded me of the bone piano in Goonies. I sucked at that one, by the way. You'll find underground places with puzzles in it, and you'll even find some enemy camps that will have locked houses that'll lead you to rewards, and you'll have to figure out how to unlock those houses. You can find stolen goods, and then you can return them to what's the name? As Harold or something like that? I guess he's sort of the village governor of the village that he's in. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank on what actually you call him. Anyways, you return those stolen goods to him, and you'll get reputation and rewards. Something really cool is that when you help out a villager, they'll ask you if you want a reward, or you can tell them to keep their money, and then that'll increase your reputation. Of course, the ultimate goal is to get all the villagers on your side and then take down the Sheriff of Nottingham. You don't have to do any of this, though. You can hang out at your village and build and build and build until your little heart's desire. Doing all this stuff, building and running around and gathering resources and everything, it's honestly the best part of the game to me. While the game doesn't look the best, it has its moments at times. I mean, this is an indie game. There are times where the light shines through the trees and it can just look absolutely beautiful. But for the most part, though, you can definitely tell this is created by a small studio. Now, I'm not knocking this at all. This game still looks good for the most part. Just don't expect like god tier animations or even Academy Award winning voiceovers. But where the game does fall short the most is the combat. And I have to say this, if you make a Robin Hood game, you better get the bow shooting right. And unfortunately, this just isn't the case. You can craft a dozen different type of arrows, but just know using the bow isn't the easiest. It's like hunting with Henry from Kingdom Come, yet you just never get better. You do have a skill tree that lets you choose your path. Lets you choose your path to better fighting with the bow or the sword, but I just, even though I upgraded and kept upgrading, and I put a lot into my bow, I just couldn't tell that big of a difference. It just simply sucks, and that pretty much goes for the sword play as well. You can learn more combos, and you can train, and you have normal and special attacks. But it just really doesn't matter in my opinion. Even the parry system is pretty bad. And if you're fighting more than one enemy at a time, it just gets frustrating. This game needs a combat overhaul. But I'm not sure if the devs are still updating this game, especially as far as that I can tell. I haven't seen anything on it. If they are, they should definitely focus on the combat because it's bad. It's not good. And it makes me sad because there's so much that I actually like about this game. Crafting is fun, and while it can be a grind, and I love the grind, trust me, I love crafting and building games. It's, that's just, that I love that about the game, but it's just, is it enough? I don't know. Anyways, hunger and thirst, they seem to be fair in the game. You don't normally have to worry about it that much unless you're just completely out, doing things and ignoring it for a long period of time. Then you'll have to, hunt and stuff and everything else and cook food. I do enjoy the puzzles in the game. It's a nice side thing to do when you don't want to be out grinding resources or fighting enemies and worrying about the combat. To be honest, I kind of like just traversing the land and looking for cool things out there. There's just a lot of stuff to discover. I always feel as if I'm, going to discover something new over every hill that I take. I do need to take a deep breath here because this game, it checks all the boxes. Just many things that I enjoy about the survival, crafting, building games. Unfortunately, I just can't get past the awful combat. Hood Sherwood Builders / Sherwood Village Manager is a fun game, and it has characters we all love and know. The building, crafting, and grinding for resources are great in this game. I thoroughly enjoyed adding decorations to my village as well, and just going out and discovering things. The character movement isn't the best, and the voiceover work it's decent. I actually heard that it was awful when it first released, so they must have worked on that, because it's not as bad now. The environment in times can look generic, and then it'll shock you with a beautiful setting, of rays of sunshine coming through the trees. The game has dynamic weather, and it's pretty dang cool. And to see a storm blow in and everything swaying around, it really puts you in the moment of what's going on. The village management is probably my favorite part of the game. Although I certainly like the world events and things like that, the village management, it's nice. The music isn't bad, but there just isn't much of a variety of it. The skill tree is huge, and you level up fairly quickly, especially if you're out doing stuff and fighting enemies. You even level up for gathering materials and stuff too. Or don't, because I think the sword and bow, they don't matter if you're out fighting. So, I mean, you're going to have to at some point, but I don't know. It's just, that's just where the game falls short in so much. The combat just isn't good. I want to be able to accurately shoot the bow, and if I'm progressing my character and leveling my character up, especially in that one specific area, I want to be getting better, and I just don't think it works that well. I don't know if it's just the controls seem so off, but I don't think it just doesn't look good, and it doesn't feel good, and you should be able to accurately shoot the bow when you want to. It has a bullet time thing, and even when you use that, it just doesn't work well. You can slow down as well. You can slow down time and kind of shoot your arrow and fight and everything. It would just, I don't know. It just doesn't work. And the sword combat, it's just as bad. It's not fun to use. If the devs improved the combat, I would highly recommend giving this game a go. But at the state of the combat in this game, I would think that it would be a deal breaker for most people, that they would just want to avoid this one. Luckily, there is crafting and all that stuff. At least that kept me satisfied. I really enjoyed upgrading my village and tasking my villagers to do, certain tasks, go out and hunt and fish and everything like that, and growing my garden and getting, food that way. That's also a good way to earn some coin. You can sell the stuff from your garden. It gives you a nice, good amounts of coin by selling that stuff, and it grows pretty quickly, so you can be turning that over pretty fast. But in the end, I enjoyed the core of this game a lot. I really did. And if it wasn't for the combat, I would have enjoyed it so much more. Going out in the land and discovering new things and doing the puzzles, the world events, saving people from being beheaded. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. Doing the storyline and everything was fun. Side missions or quests or whatever, they're fun to do as well. You can meet people and go, and I would say it's like doing world events, for them and everything. But again, the combat, bad, just not good. And if it was just a game where I was running around and crafting and gathering resources and upgrading my village and basically managing my village, I think I would have been happier with this game. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please just give it a thumbs up. There is a lot to Hood Sherwood Builders. The best part of the game is the building. Like I said, combat is terrible. But yeah, I enjoyed a lot of my time playing the game, but it was mostly spent in my village, building stuff, tasking my villagers, going out, getting resources, mining for resources, cutting down trees. You know, hunting deer was actually kind of fun for me, even though the bow combat is pretty awful. I still liked going out and hunting and everything. But yeah, I mean, I love to grind, and I love the survival aspects. The survival aspect isn't that big in this game, but it's there, so it was nice. I mean, I don't know what else to say about the game. I enjoyed it. Wasn't bad. Combat's terrible. That's pretty much it. But again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.